My name's Justin, and welcome to my first non-snow camping video in almost 7 months. Not even joking. I'm hammock camping today, and I'm set up on a sliver of road between a highway and a frozen lake. I'm gonna get my hammock set up on the edge of the lake, get some glazed meat slow cooking in the Rockpot, try to catch a fish for some dessert, and try to stay dry because the forecast is calling for a lot of rain. Let's cross our fingers. We've lost a comrade. This is beautiful. Time to set up the hammock. Let's get to it. So you may be wondering, Justin, why did you bring a backpacking backpack to walk 35 feet from your truck? And that's a great question. So you may notice these trees are a little bit far apart, far enough apart that the hammock's not going to reach. Got a secret weapon this time. These right here are called whoopee slings, and they are going to extend the distance that I can reach between trees, so I can put my hammock right where I want it here. Get to it. Got the pad here. This stuff sack actually doubles as a pump sack. There's a little plug right there, and the interior folds out there. You can just blow into it, tighten it up, use it to pump up your pad here. But I've got this little power pump here, battery powered, rechargeable, that's also an area light. You can hang from the ridge line, have some light inside. Gonna make easy work of this pad. And since it's supposed to get close to freezing tonight, I'm going to cover the pad up with this insulated pad cover. It's not super cold, but cold enough that why not? You know what I mean? There we go. All right, now that the hammock's set up, it's time to start on dinner. Not even joking, it is morning time. We're gonna be slow cooking glazed bacon wrapped pork loin. It's gonna be magic. It has been raining nonstop for days. So I want to give a special thank you to Rockpot today for sending me their off-grid, no electricity slow cooker. That's what we're making today's dinner with. The inside here with a little cooking grate. I got a thermometer in there. And the bottom here, there's a stone. And this you can heat up right in the fire, right in the coals, up to 600 to 700 degrees. Put it in the bottom of the pot here, put your food in, close it up, and you are slow cooking. So that's why we're starting dinner at breakfast here, because it's gonna take about 5 hours. So thank you, Rockpot. I'll leave a link to these in the description if you want to take a look, and let's get some food prepped. I'm getting hungry for dinner, even though it's breakfast. If you haven't noticed, I'm always hungry. Bury this thing completely. All All right, time for the glaze. Got some maple syrup. Also got some more maple syrup. Oh yeah, smelling delicious already. Got some whole grain mustard. Nature's stir stick. Oh man, it's gonna be good. Brown sugar. Man, it's gonna be good. Calm down, Justin. It's just food. Get it all incorporated, like one big happy family of seasonings and spices. I forgot the coffee. Tomorrow's gonna be real fun. Contrary to popular belief, Jenny is not the only one that forgets stuff. Just kidding, that's not popular belief. I'm just kidding, Jenny. Where am I? All right, there's our glaze. Put that up there so it doesn't spill. Moving on. Moving on, what's next? Bacon, oh yeah. Got some bacon. And we got a marinated pork loin there. Been marinating for 24 hours. Smells real good. Dunk. I'm gonna have meaty hands. You know what I didn't forget though? Might have forgotten the coffee, which is a sin in itself, but I didn't forget soap. No salmonella here today, Satan. All right, let's wrap this bacon, shall we? Sure, the bears are gonna love the smell of this. There we are. A little drizzle in the bottom. Pork loin down in there. Oh, ooh, yeah. Now we are talking. Let's wash our hands. Ooh, that is cold. Oh man, that's ice cold. By the way, this Sea to Summit wilderness wash stuff here is biodegradable and safe for the environment. I'm not just putting whatever out into the water, because homie, don't play that. .700 degrees, let's go! Can already hear it bubbling. Just like that, we're gonna be slow cooking for about 5 hours. So it is supposed to get down to about 30 degrees Fahrenheit tonight, so a little bit brisk, not super cold, but I did bring a 20 degree Fahrenheit rated sleeping bag, but that 20 degrees is the survival temperature, not the comfort temperature. The sleeping bag's comfortable down to about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So on top of that, I brought a wool blanket. I am going to add to it just to make sure I'm comfortable. This looks pretty high right now, but it's pretty high, so I'm going to lower it down. I didn't listen to the comments. I didn't listen to y'all. You guys gave me ideas on how to keep this paracord better organized, and I didn't do it. Oh, I think we got it. Nope. When this rain comes, it's gonna be wet, real wet. Am I the only one that likes fish for dessert, or is there somebody else out there that's weird like me? I know there's somebody out there. One of you guys is weird just like me. I am pulling out a secret weapon today that's almost guaranteed to catch fish. Oh, I dropped on my line. Darn it. All right, it's time to go fishing. We are going back to first grade methods here. Got a bobber and a worm. Worms are standard universal currency in the fish world. No fish doesn't like a worm. If a fish looks at a juicy nightcrawler like that and says to itself, nah, I'm gonna pass, I'm gonna hold out for a hand-tied artisan mayfly, then that fish has an ego that I don't want in my frying pan. I'm looking for lower middle class fish here, the kind I connect with. As you can see here, there's not a whole lot of open water. That's okay. About a country mile that way, it starts opening up further, and we got some walking to do, so let's get to it. I think this is the spot. Ladies and gentlemen, wish me luck. I can't get skunked. I'm on a winning streak. We're keeping it that way. I tell you what, the forecast called for rain non-stop for the next 3 days, and we've lucked out pretty well. It's sprinkled a little bit here and there, but I'll take this all day. This is a perfect day for me in Alaska right here. Not off to a good start, but that's partially my impatience. All right, let's get it right out by the edge of the ice. And by the edge of the ice, I mean right on the ice. Oh, come on. We're hung up. I get hung up on trees and rocks, but not very often on ice. Oh. Guess what? Your boy only brought one hook and bobber with him down here. And guess who's going back for more? You guessed right. Well, I got back to camp and figured I'd lay down for a short siesta because see you guys later. Well, I don't know what the temperature is, but it's starting to get a little bit chilly, and I'm getting thirsty. And guess what? Since it's not frozen out anymore, I can use the water filter again. Let's go down to the lake and get some drinking water. Whew. Oh man, that's cold. Trickling up pretty slow there. It's about time to change this filter. These filters are pretty cool. This holds 3 liters. You just fill it up. There's a little filter here, and then it gravity feeds down. And you got fresh drinking water out of streams and lakes. They do slow down over time though, this filter here. So you end up having to replace it. Pretty cool deal though. Sure beats carrying a ton of water into the woods. That is some good tasting water right out of the lake. I'll leave a link to these in the description. I got this from REI. I forget how much it was, but pretty handy tool. Well, it's time to go fishing again. There's about a 6 to 8 foot rim of open water around this ice on the lake, and I saw a trout out there just a little bit ago. So they're probably coming out to an oxygenated area and to feed, and I'm gonna throw one right in there. Let's get fishing. See if I can do this without hanging up on the ice and losing my bait. Got a little bit less drop on the worm here. Pretty shallow. This has turned out to be an absolutely beautiful day. I was expecting torrential downpour constantly. Fortunately, the weather forecast is wrong again. Sometimes that works in our favor. Don't see any trout at the moment. All right, let's get down to deeper water. I'm gonna make the trek. This time, I'm bringing more hooks though, so I don't have to walk back first time I hang up. Let's go for it. Time for some dessert. Now we wait. So there's actually a trail that runs along this water here and up through the mountains, and it's a 23-mile trail. Comes out on the other side of these mountains. Thinking about doing that this year as a through hike, make it a 2 or 3 day thing and filming it. It'd be kind of fun. That's if I can get myself in good enough shape to do that. That's always the weak link. The old bobby and wormy don't work soon. I'm gonna have to try something different. So while we wait for this massive fish to bite any minute now, a few minutes from now, I just wanted to say we've got some super exciting stuff coming up on this channel, and we cannot wait to share it with you guys. We got to hold out to share the news because we got to make sure it's set in stone, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a little bit of a change of pace of the channel, but also similar, and I think you guys are going to like it. I know we are. Man, back when I was like 6, 7, 8 years old, a bobber and a worm was foolproof. You throw that out there, you get a fish every time. Here I am in my 40s, and suddenly the bobber and worm method doesn't work anymore. Got some special stuff right in here. How about a number 2 Vibrax in copper? That'll do the trick. All right, there you go. Dinner of champions for one lucky fish. I'm starting to have a feeling I'm not gonna have luck today. That'd be the first time in a while. At least 2 trips. Oh, you guys didn't see that. Well, I know when to accept failure, and it's time for dinner. Well, the bobber and worm didn't work, the blue fox didn't work. We must have some bougie, snobby fish in this lake, but that's okay. We got something even better for dinner. Moment of truth. This food's been in here for 6 hours now. We're gonna open it up together and see what it is at the same time in real time. I've also fabricated up a state-of-the-art cooking stick here. When I take it out, I'm gonna put it on here, get that bacon crisped up over the fire, add a little smoky flavor. Here goes nothing. Let's test this out together. Ooh, looking awfully fine. Gotta crisp up that bacon, but this is gonna be delicioso. Bacon might fall off here, but we're gonna give it our best shot. Oh man, that smells good. Oh, bacon down. I'm going for it. No, I'm not. Ow. We've lost a comrade. Look at that. Down on the inside. Uh-oh. I just cut myself. Oh, that is perfect. Well, we're taking a bit of an interlude here because I managed to, I don't want to get graphic, cut myself pretty good. That's why we always bring a trauma kit. It's not that bad. Guess we'll just put on a tourniquet. I think that's what we're supposed to do, right? All right, folks, don't mind the pressure bandage here. Still working on that one. And to go with our meat, we're gonna saute some asparagus and butter and garlic. You know, that's gonna be good. Got some butter in a pan here. Holy man. I ended up putting a little bit of that glaze in here instead of just garlic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, bacon wrapped glazed pork loin and asparagus. Been ready for this since breakfast. See if I can not slice into my thumb this time. Always something. Oh yeah, asparagus passes. Star of the show. Slow cooked for 6 hours. Super tender. That glaze is amazing. I'm gonna have to do that more often. Gotta say, this Rockpot's pretty awesome. Not very often that we slow cook meats while camping. Man, that was good. There's definitely gonna be more meals cooked in this thing. That was fantastic. Well, despite the light in the sky, believe it or not, it is getting pretty dang late. It is, well, for me at least, it's 9:53 p.m. Call me old. So I'm gonna go ahead and get in the hammock tent here, get cozied up, get warm, and rock myself to sleep like a baby in a cradle. And although it's died down quite a bit, the highway noise, like a little bit of white noise machine, works for me. Anyway, we'll see you guys in the morning. no bears stopped by and plucked me out of the hammock in the middle of the night, so we're good to go for the next day of our life. That was kind of weird to say. We're gonna start out with some bacon. Can't go wrong with that. Mushrooms. Got 2 eggs. And beanie weenie. Don't ask me why, it just sounds good right now for breakfast. And this is the part of the video where I forgot to turn on my microphone again. So we're gonna do our best to do some voiceover here. Beanie weenie going in. Ooh, yeah. Nom nom. Oh man, it's hot. Why do I always do that? Because I like food. Yep, that's why. That was good. I like food. Alright. Alright, time to put the sleeping bag away. In the bag, boom, and done. Alright, pad now, and Alright guys, if you like it when I forget to turn my mic on and have to do this voiceover, let me know by hitting the subscribe and like button, and if you don't like it, be sure to subscribe because we got a lot more videos where this comes from.